Hello.
Hello, and welcome back.
How are you?
How art thou?
Right, look at this little dude. We've got a gift. The eye of a blood-drunk hunter beckons hunters to the hunter's nightmare. A deformed creature will whisk you away outside Odeon Chapel.
Yeah, it's Bloodborne's version of actually telling you where to access the DLC.
For a change.
Yeah.
First time ever. Right, last time we didn't do too well against Mikolash, and I can't be asked to try him again. So, I was thinking, we've still got Canehurst to do, and then we've got
the other nightmare.
The other nightmare. There's a whole lot of nightmares.
There is.
So I'm going to go to Canehurst Castle.
Good. Let's go get rid of some of those weird poppy zit lady blood boil things.
The ones that are up here.
Yeah. It's the combination of the chick from the Ring and the weird multi-limbed thing from the Evil Within.
Yes.
I believe her name is Laura.
Oh, I forgot to dodge.
A big old licky tongue. That was a Pokemon reference.
It was. I didn't know that you played Pokemon.
I don't. I just know some names.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, that and the fact that I really, really love chinchillas, and that's what they based the design of Pikachu on.
Was it?
Yes.
I thought it was just a little mouse.
Well, Pikachu actually means electric mouse in Japanese.
Yeah.
You might want to stick yourself in the leg.
Yeah. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
It's all gone wrong
Oh,
already.
that's not good. What? Where have they all gone?
We used them all in the Mikolash fight, I think. Our last attempt.
Oh no!
In plural. We're going to have to go back and...
Oh shit.
How much is a blood vial? 700
700.
Well, we can buy 3.
That's not enough to do anything with.
No. But we could farm some in the... I was going to say the Undead Burg, but that's Dark Souls.
I'm trying to think. Oh no, I know a place. Lecture building.
Yes.
Quick run on the lecture building.
Yep, get us some souls. Get us some sweaty clothes.
And then... Yeah. Right.
Yeah, then we enter a whole world of pain.
So, what have you been up to? What have you been playing? What have you been watching?
I have been playing Blasphemous.
How is it?
It's amazing. It's it's a Metroidvania.
Yes.
With elements of Dark Souls. With the whole
as
you die.
Every Metroidvania that was released in the last 5 years has.
Yeah.
Which I'm not complaining about.
But I don't know, it's brutally hard. The game really kind of, it suckers you in. Like, the art style is amazing. It's all kind of 16-bit pixel art, but very gory and sort of overlaid with a huge sort of anti-religious sort of subtext. Yeah. And it's got like kind of the sort of janky 16-bit cutscenes as well. You know, like where movements are just sort of 3 frames of animation. But the whole game just looks really good. The soundtrack is sublime. It's really kind of calming, almost sort of flamenco.
Yeah.
In many parts.
Well, it's sort of like Spanish influence.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm just having an absolute ball playing it. It's just really fun. The combat's all about blocking and dodging and smashing away with combo attacks. And plus it's really, really gory as well.
Yeah.
Like, even just killing a standard enemy sees him sort of split into piles of body parts and entrails and gore. Which is fine for a gore hound like myself.
So it's good, wholesome fun then.
It is, yes. Yeah. But it's all about how I think you're potentially going to fight against God. They call it the miracle.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I'm about 6 hours in. According to my percentage, I'm like 49% complete. But again, it's like in Symphony of the Night, for example. There's lots of areas that you kind of go to, and there's a room that's just on its own, and there's nothing, or so you think.
Yeah.
But because I find that game's map is so huge that you forget where a lot of the places are. Whereas with Blasphemous, there are areas where you can sort of make offerings. You can pick up certain specific items, and you go back to these rooms and you add offerings, and then certain new events or bosses will occur.
Yeah.
And I've beaten a fair few of the bosses. Some of them are, again, very sort of Dark Soulsy in their makeup. There was a one-on-one fight I played against just yesterday and finally beat, involving a dude with kind of like a big bell hammer.
Okay.
With electric attacks, and then halfway through he does a summon.
Awesome.
He does a flying Valkyrie summon thing, and then the game really kind of opens up from there. But yeah, there's lots of like kind of little nods to a lot of the kind of Castlevania and Metroid games. One particular area is in the Castlevania, in Symphony of the Night, you have the possessed pictures, the paintings that come alive and attack you. Yeah, yes. There's those in there, and the enemies that, like the red skeletons, you can't kill them, but you can just knock them down and they get back up again.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like kind of painted waxwork figures. Really good. Highly recommend it if anyone's a big fan of either of those two series.
Yeah, I've been thinking it looks like something I'd like to play at some point.
I think you'd dig it.
Yeah?
Yeah. So what about you? What are you carping on with at the moment?
I finished Dragon Quest 2. I don't know if I'd even finished the first one. Yeah, I finished the first one last time we recorded. So, yeah, I've played Dragon Quest and Dragon Quest 2, which was really interesting to sort of go back and... Because you know me, I'm a big RPG fan.
Yeah.
This is a terrible mistake that I've made.
Oh, you're like literally one sliver away from death.
I noticed.
Not anymore.
So yeah, Dragon Quest 2, and then Link's Awakening on the Switch.
Is that remake? That's the remake of the Game Boy version, isn't it? Yeah.
Remake.
That looks really good.
It's wonderful. I absolutely adore it. It's not perfect. It has its issues. Like, there are frame rate drops when there really shouldn't be. Like, it kind of feels like it's struggling. Like, the machine's struggling to run it, which is odd, because it's not a very challenging game.
No.
Like, performance-wise. I mean, if you run stuff like Breath of the Wild, fine. But it struggles with that. But it was the same with Dragon Quest. It, like, really struggled in places. You fucking fanny. But yeah, that game was fucking brilliant.
Right.
Link's Awakening. It was so nice. I did have to check an FAQ on how to do the last boss, though, which I'm ashamed of. Because I couldn't hit it. I think it got to, like, the third phase. And it's a 6-phase fight. And I got to the third... No, it was the fourth phase. I think I got to the fourth phase. And no matter what I did, I just couldn't hit it. I just could not hit it at all. Nothing I did would damage it.
Was it a kind of standard Zelda thing where it's an item in your inventory that you have to use to kind of turn a boss's attack pattern against it?
No, it was the one attack that I hadn't used. I tried everything but one attack, and I'll be honest, it never even occurred to me to use it, because I tried using certain other attacks that I had and they did nothing, and yeah, it never, for some reason, what I had to do never actually crossed my mind, which was weird. But yeah, I finished it in the end. I tried bottling the fucking thing with a fairy bottle and hitting it with a spade before I tried standard the attack that I had to use. So I don't want to say what it is because, you know, spoilers.
Yeah, spoiler alert, exactly.
But yeah, so I finished that and that was awesome. And then I started playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 on the Switch, which was... I fucking hated it when I played it at my friend's house. I played it at Tim's house, and I absolutely hated it. I thought it was absolute garbage.
It looks like a mobile game to me.
Kind of. Like, it hasn't... It looks better than the old ones, but it hasn't really evolved that much. But that's fine. But when I went round to my friend's house, my friend, bit of a stoner, and trying to get like stone dude to tell you the controls to a game. It's like pulling your own fucking teeth out. It was, you know, I was like, oh, what are the buttons? And you went, yeah. I'm like, that's not an answer that I can use.
Do you want me to pull out the walkthrough? Because I'll pull out the walkthrough.
And yeah, we were getting battered, and we got to a boss that shouldn't have been difficult, and it was, and yeah, it wasn't fun at all. I hated it, but I'd already pre-ordered it, so, and I hadn't brought myself to play it, but it was quiet at the weekend, so I thought, you know what, stick it on. Me and my friend Jem played it, and had a lot of fun, actually.
Good.
I'm actually really enjoying it. So yeah, basically RPGs. I've had many RPGs in my gaming.
Many a rocket-propelled grenade.
Yes, all of them. And now we're here again.
Yep, now we're carving up ghosts in the grand dining hall of Canehurst Castle.
As it should
and,
be.
Yeah, well, I'm also not getting twatted across the map by Laura from Evil Within.
I think those games are on sale on PlayStation Network at the minute.
Which ones?
The Evil Within.
Oh, are they? I mean, I have them both. I still haven't played...
but this is basically me telling people to play a game that isn't a FromSoft game, because if you haven't played The Evil Within 2, fucking play it.
I still think the first one doesn't get the credit it deserves. I mean, if you love Resident Evil 4,
well,
you're
that's the
basically
thing.
playing that.
Yeah, the first one was just Resident Evil 4 with a different skin.
Yeah, and I loved it. It was difficult, very, very difficult in parts, but I had an absolute blast.
I felt like the second one did a lot of new stuff.
It was kind of open worldy, wasn't it, in parts?
With a lot of stealth. A lot of fucking stealth.
And that's one element of the first game that I really did enjoy, the whole kind of creeping up from behind a chest-high wall and then just knifing a zombie in the neck.
Yeah. So, Evil Within 2 is superb. You vouched for the first one, I vouched for the second one.
Well, I have both. I actually bought the... Oh, you're getting vamped.
Oh no!
No, I bought the second Evil Within as part of the game Black Friday with Wolfenstein 2. Got them both for 20 quid back in the day. And yeah, again, it's been sat on my shelf since. Haven't played it yet because I have a huge backlog of games, and I just do that thing where I buy stuff and then never kind of get round to it until like years later. I actually pulled out, because you have it on your shelf, I can see, Ratchet and Clank, the PS4 version.
Oh yeah.
It's beautiful. It's like playing a Pixar cartoon.
Yeah.
And I've only played it for like half an hour, 45 minutes, but my god, it's just fun. It's like a sort of like taking a kind of N64 game and sprucing the graphics up to kind of Pixar level quality, and then it's a collectathon, but then there's a shoot 'em up bit, and now you kind of run around and twat enemies. It's great.
Have you never played a Ratchet and Clank game before?
Yes, I played the first two on the PlayStation 2, I believe.
Okay.
And I've also played, what's the other game that's quite similar? Jak and Daxter.
Yeah. I prefer Ratchet and Clank. It's one of my favourite series.
Yeah, and I love the kind of... Again, it's got that kind of, that sort of kids animated movie style of comedy.
Yeah.
Where there's nice little kind of references and stuff. Like even the tutorial is played out like a tale from Captain Quark.
Yeah.
So he's like kind of saying, Ratchet used his magical wrench to hit enemies. And it's like, oh, okay, so you press the square button to attack things. This is good. This is how to do gameplay. And what the hell is that? That's like an OAP.
It reminds me of the little flea people from Castlevania.
Yeah, although they're not bouncing around and everyone's saying that they're monkeys.
I just think the little flea people. I hate them.
They're the worst enemy in the first Castlevania, especially the invincible one at the end of level 4 with the Frankenstein fight. If he wasn't there, that boss fight would be a doddle.
That's probably why he's there then.
Exactly. Well, you can't kill him. You can only stun him for a second or two. Is there not? Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah. Oh, it's doing the traditional thing with gargoyles on top of castles.
Is that the Burger King behind me?
What, the Sneak King? Yeah, yes, it is. He's bought. This is his family reunion. I'm not sure about old Uncle Esmeralda there. That's not appropriate family attire.
For you, because you're an asshole, and kill you because I don't like your face. Look at that.
So you got yourself 2 lovely shiny things to collect, but okay, you can't get that one yet. There we go.
Thank you.
And this is
Executioner's garb.
Does that mean we can dress up like one of the big fat dudes?
Probably, but this seems
Sweet.
like as good a place as any to leave it for today.
Thank you very much for watching.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye bye.